Welcome to video number 2 of the Chronicles of Liberty. Today we're going to be discussing the role of the sheriff. And I first want to reach out and give a huge shout out to Chris Hall, a constitutional attorney whose work has been fantastic. Much of what I'm going to be talking about today comes from her. And if you're not listening, reading, watching her videos, you're missing some of the best America has to offer today. So in this video, the office of sheriff, with the single exception of the English kingship, is the oldest ranking position of authority in the Western world. Originating somewhere around 850 under King Alfred the Great, deputies were appointed in the shires to administer the laws of the kings. These deputies were known as reeves, and they were the highest authority under the crown. Thus, the shire reeve is today known as the sheriff. Unfortunately, as appointed by the king, these reeves often became addicted to their power and were quickly corrupted. It wasn't until King Ethelred around 1015 AD that changes were made. The king wanted reform and to have a limited government, allowing the people to govern themselves. Sadly, it only takes one bad king and things go bad very quickly. This was the case under King William I in 1066 AD. He was French, not English, and he wanted his judges and his laws implemented. By eliminating all his opposition, he began a period of tyranny that survived William II and Henry I. The tyranny survived under the reign of King John in the year 1215 AD, when the Magna Carta was written and signed. This document, created during a historic period of chaos, was in many ways the foundation for the U.S. Constitution 550 years later. It may be argued that the Charter of Liberties, written in 1100 AD, was that foundation. Regardless, we have two historic foundational documents for our Constitution. Specifically, Amendments 4 through 8 are derived from those documents. The Constitution addresses the issues of redress, property rights, a speedy trial by jury, and specifics who is responsible for enforcing laws. It is here that if federal laws or state mandates violate our constitutions, it is not only the right of the sheriff, but his responsibility to protect the citizenry in each county against unlawful and unconstitutional mandates. Lawful rebellion is, if necessary, the only choice for the sheriff. Our founding fathers were British. They understood tyranny and remembered their history. They lived under a version of the Magna Carta and believed in their natural rights, which came from God, not man. Samuel Adams said, among the natural rights of the colonists are these: first, a right to life; second, to liberty; and thirdly, to property, together with the right to defend them in the best manner they can. There is nearly 1,200 years of history to help us understand the role of the sheriff. According to the Constitution, the obligation of the sheriff is to secure the rights of the people. Those rights are granted by God. They are not granted by a governor, nor a county commissioner, nor any special interest group. And the sheriff is supposed to defend constitutional laws and the rights of the residents of his county. The sheriff is the tip of the sword and is the local peace officer who is to oversee and provide leadership when there is a natural or military action required in a community. Thomas Jefferson said, "What country can preserve its liberties if its rulers are not warned from time to time that their people preserve the spirit of resistance? Let them take arms." Jus meum tabor.